Okay. All right. I'm here, and it is July 1st. What the fuck is that about? I don't. I don't understand. I don't understand how. Okay. So, this is that awkward moment when everyone's getting here and we're just, waiting for people to arrive. I see Aaron's here, Donna's here. Hey. So before I forget, hi, it's Tori from Calypso Creative Planning, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back, all that good stuff. Anne's here. Hey, Anne. Um, okay, so seriously, how's it July? Like what? I don't, I don't understand. It just seems not quite right. But okay, so for today's live stream, we have two different topics. And oh, wait, hang on. Aaron says, I was outside taking product pics for 10 minutes just now and I'm dying. I'm definitely an inside cat. It's too hot. It's like, I don't know what temperature it is there, but let's see. Let's see what it currently is here. It's been crazy. It's been the humidity mainly. I mean, we've had days that's been like 96 degrees and it's really hot. It's way too hot. But the humidity on top of that is crazy. So, potential spam. Why? With stupid potential spam calls all the time now. Okay, so currently we are sitting at 76 degrees with a real feel temperature of 83. So it currently feels 83. And then humidity, we're at 86%. That's just, why? Why? It's like, what? Yes, Aaron. Aaron says my phone even overheated. I couldn't even see the pics I was taking. Yes, there's been times where I've been out in the garden in the morning when it's supposed to be cooler and like out there taking photos and videos in the garden, and I have to come back inside because my phone gets too hot. It's crazy. But I think we're supposed to be getting rain today. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be getting rain at like 12, maybe? And then 3. I need to just go rain so I don't have to go water the garden. It's just too hot. I mean, just stop. Anne says, "Yike! When your phone overheats, you know it's hot." We had multiple 100+ days last week. No, Aaron, that's too hot. We had days that it was like 96, but it felt like 108. Like that was the feels like temperature, and it became and then you got the humidity on top of that. One day, fairly recently, it was like maybe like 70 degrees, so it was like, oh, it's not too bad. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, right? But the humidity was 100%, so drenched in sweat trying to get stuff out of the garden. Not cool. Not cool. And says it's overcast here. Looks like it might rain. It rained for 2 minutes the other day. 2 minutes. Yeah, no, I hate that. That's just annoying. Like, you're just teasing us. It did that the other day. It was like, oh, rain, yes. And it was like 5 minutes. And that was it. It was like heavy for like 5 minutes. And then that was it. It was a little disappointing. But, yeah. So, I don't know. And last week, there were days that it was so hot that we couldn't go swim in the pool because the pool felt like fucking bath water. Like, it was way too hot to even get in the pool. It's like, I'm going to drain half the pool just so I can put cold water back in. And it was just not cool. Not cool. I need it to be kind of mild for a little bit because it's just been too hot. Too hot. Okay. All right. I think we've got some peoples here. Okay, so let's decide. I put a poll up in the Facebook group, I don't know, the other day. I don't even remember when it was. To help me decide what we were going to do today. And the last time I checked, I'll check again, but the last time I checked, there were like 2 options that had like the most votes. Let me see. Yep, still holding out strong for 2 of them, okay? So the top 2 options in the poll was either book journaling or looking again at Noteful, like round 2 of like reviewing Noteful. So I've got both ready, sort of. I thought if I was going to do a book journal, I would go ahead and get like quotes ready and put in here so you didn't have to suffer through that part, but I didn't do that. Ran out of time. But I'm going to let y'all choose the ones who are here live. Like, these are our top options. This one, we've got some like Noteful. I'm going to show you, like, tell you what I've been thinking. I've been using it straight for like a week and a half, something like that. 2 weeks, something. Whereas like book stuff, I can show you like my most recent things. We can update some of the different areas, talk about books that are coming out. I can even show you some book mail that I recently got. I got 2 book mail deliveries last week, and I have not done videos of them. So they haven't made it onto my TikTok or anything like that, or my Instagram. So if we do book stuff, it'll be that. So let's see what we got. Erin is thinking about leaving us for Canada. And wants autumn. Erin says, I don't even have a car today because my husband took it since his motor blew. Ugh, no. But my kid got me an iced coffee. Nice. Kristen's here. Hey. Anne says books, books, books. Erin says I'll say books in honor of Anne since she's a book and good notes girl. Anne says thanks. Erin says, do we have time for a minute to discuss the good notes update yesterday at the end? Yes. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. So we'll come back to Noteful on another day and talk about that. I will say, since we'll move to book stuff, but I will say in Noteful, I'm loving it, by the way. I've been using it. Well, I'll just show you. Mini this, and then we'll go to that. Okay, so Noteful, I've decided I prefer my toolbar on the side because I can get the full view of my page, and it works out great. Love that. I am thinking about adding Noteful sticker books to the shop, and I think I'm going to do it in a way, since we have some people who use the images only, some people who use good notes only and occasionally the images, and then some people who want Noteful files. So I think I'm going to start doing my listings to where you can have either or all of them. So like if you just want the images, you never care about the good notes stuff, you can get that. Or if you want the images plus good notes, or if you want images plus Noteful, or if you want all 3, I'm going to start making my listings be that way and then work my way back through some of the other ones. So, but I will say that my weekly's not too pretty, but I'm really liking Noteful so far. And I may even try to stick with Noteful for the quarter. We'll see how it goes, just to like test it out. I did a poll. Several of you like Noteful and are now using it more. So we're going to see. I did move my templates around like we talked about. So there are some workarounds for things that don't work quite like good notes that I don't like in Noteful. But overall, I really like it. Now, the good notes thing, if you guys missed it, there was an update discussed. The update hasn't happened yet. But in good notes, I'm still using my book journal and my tiny journal, and then I still have the builder planner that like everything's just kind of thrown in the builder planner in good notes. My stickers are still in here, all that kind of stuff. So, but they did talk about an update, and maybe I can tag the YouTube video that they did. I know they also posted an Instagram video this morning. I don't know if it's the full YouTube thing, but it was like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 minute long YouTube video talking about updates. It's not the updates I was hoping for. I don't know who these people are. That is the most requested thing, is a whiteboard feature, because I don't know about that. But I will say I am curious about the whiteboard feature, because I like the stuff from, I don't even have it open, but Defter Notes. If you have not heard of Defter Notes, which, look, I don't recognize your icons. Okay, is that, oh, Defter Notes. I like Defter Notes for like fun stuff. I cleared mine out the other day and want to do some more stuff with it. but that's kind of like the whiteboard feature that GoodNotes is talking about coming out with. I don't know who these people are that is the most requested feature. I cannot imagine that is the most requested feature. But the fall is whether they're going to be coming out with some stuff, and then they've got some collaboration things. But we can talk more about that. But book stuff. Okay, since we're gonna do book stuff, y'all gotta tell me what y'all want to see first. Anne is asking, are you reading Atone? I just started Atone this morning, and by that I mean I read like 2 chapters. That's as far as I've gotten into it. But yes, this is my current book. As far as audiobook, I've got like less than an hour left in Night Shift by Charlene Harris, and then I'm going to be starting a new audiobook, and I haven't decided. It's either going to be, okay, maybe y'all can help me decide. My next audiobook is either going to be Lights Out, or it's going to be, what's the second book for Phantasma? Okay, so either Lights Out, Enchantra. I think that's what I'm narrowing it down to. Either Lights Out or Enchantra is going to be next. So y'all can help me decide. Like, that's going to be next. I also want to read Real Murders by Charlene Harris, because I just realized the other day that she also wrote the series from the Aurora Tea Garden, that if you've seen Hallmark's murder mysteries or mysteries and whatever, the Aurora Tea Garden movies, I didn't realize that those are books that Charlene Harris wrote. So I'm intrigued by that. So I'm either like, I feel like if I go down the Real Murders by Charlene Harris series, like I'm going to want to binge the whole series. So I'm thinking either Enchantra or Lights Out. Y'all help me decide. That's going to be what's next. I still have all of these. I did grab recently the Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, all that kind of stuff. They were on sale. Oh, quit that. So I did get the dramatic versions of those. So that I'm going to binge those soon too. But I have a few more. Some of them I've got through sales, and some of them I think are still in the Plus catalog. I don't know. So, but I think that's what I'm narrowing it down to. It's Lights Out and Enchantra. One of those. Ebook, I'm reading Atone. Okay, you guys are like, okay, hang on. Comments. Claudette's here. Hey. Aaron says, I was a little underwhelmed. Did anyone else notice the live chat just going nuts, excited about it all? Was it staff? That's just insane. I don't understand how that is the most like requested feature. I don't believe it. Okay. And says, yes, right. I don't need a whiteboard or stupid AI either. If you want whiteboard and are on iOS, isn't that freeform, which is the same damn thing? See, I don't use the whiteboard feature. The closest thing I've come to a whiteboard feature would be Defter Notes. And this is a sad example of it because I just changed everything on that. So it looks really empty. I don't like that you can't rotate things in here. So I'm thinking the GoodNotes whiteboard feature would give me the Defter Notes vibe, but with the ability to use my stickers and rotate them. So I don't know. I'll play with it. Obviously, give me a feature, I'll play with it. Maybe. Aaron says, I think maybe the document typing thing seems a little better. I think if you look at the video where they're talking about their text thing, I think they're trying to compete with Notion with that. Because if you look at the YouTube video, that's what it felt like for me. Like that they were trying to compete with Notion. They can't. Okay. Maybe one day, but no. No. And if it works like the Notion app works, then you're not getting great features. You're getting not nearly as many features as you do on a web version or a desktop version. So I don't know. Kristen says math students probably want the whiteboard. Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so stuck in the digital planning type of thing where like we put our own planners in here. So like I'm not going in and using the built-in like basic notebooks from GoodNotes. So maybe it's those people who want those types of things. I don't know. And says I type documents in a completely different app. Yep. Aaron says I can see that, Kristen. Anne says lights out, so good. The follow-up Caught Up is great too. I've heard mixed reviews for Caught Up, but I think it's from mainly people who are thinking it's going to be the same people from the first book, and it's not. Like, don't you know how series works where you got other people in the world? I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. Okay. So, all right. So we got to vote for Lights Out. Maybe that'll be what's next. Because I'm going to finish this one. How much do I have left in this? I've been listening to it on my phone this morning because I've just been so caught up in it. Caught up. Okay, so I've got an hour and 8 minutes left. So I will finish this while I'm getting listings out this morning. Was that a Brandy Hines notification? No. That was Eternal Rebels. Okay, way too many notifications on this thing. Okay. Okay, so for book stuff, I know I said book journal with me, but like, do you want to see me making a spread? Do you want to like look at my book journal and see what I'm doing? Do you want to get caught up with me on some of the overview pages? Do you want to do an overview page? Do you want to see my book mail? Because I got 2 new deliveries and then some that just never made it onto my other stuff. So what do y'all want to see? This is y'all's thing. Y'all tell me what y'all want to see and I will make it happen. Because right now, this is my June, and I think it turned out pretty damn good. It is beautiful, June, okay? July, this is what we got so far, because, I mean, we just got started. I feel like I'm missing something, though. I feel like there's more books coming out on this day that I don't have. Okay. Vicky's saying, yes, let's go. Erin says, book mail. Anne said, what was your book of the month for June? Oh, gosh. Okay, so I have been doing book of the month here, and I did not fill these in. So far, these are my books of the month for January, February, March, April. I didn't do May or June, but I need to do that. So, okay, put me on the spot here. I always choose, I guess I should show you my audiobooks. So, audiobooks of the month, this is what they are for January through April. Okay, June. If I had to pick book of the month, audiobook. Okay, audiobook for June. Oh, it's hard. I know I only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna have to come down to these. Okay. I like to choose my reasonings because if you guys notice, whenever I did my book of the month here, I've been putting little reasonings as to like why I chose this as book of the month, and I feel that is important. So for June, if I'm choosing audiobook of the month, okay, it's going to be between these two. And if I'm giving reasonings, I'm going to go with Dear Reader by Tate James, just because it's new. Whereas Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, this is like maybe my 4th reread, 3rd reread. I don't know. It was, this is the first time I've done the audiobook, and this is the brand new audiobook. Okay. So like there was a previous version, and I didn't even get to listen to that. It's not even available anymore. I don't even know how you could find it. I should have grabbed it when it was $1.99 because they're revamping this entire series in audiobook. But this one comes with new narrator and a new bonus chapter at the end. And it was really good. And I thought the narration was really good. It was good to see it like come to life, I guess you could say. But this was the 3rd or 4th reread, I think. I don't know. 3rd or 4th. It's just so good. And look. Look. Okay, look. I have it. I read it in like Kindle format 2 or 3 times. I bought this. Well, the hubby got me this for Christmas, and then I got this and listened to it. It was so good. Okay, if you have not started this series, what the fuck is wrong with you? Read this series, okay? Because it's just good. Like, just read that series, okay? So I want to say this, but Dear Reader from Tate James, I'm going to go with this one for my book of the month for June because this is the first book in a new series. Oh, spam. Damn spam. Go away. Stop calling me. Oh my gosh, so many spam calls lately. Okay, so I'm going to go with book of the month for June. It's going to be Dear Reader by Tate James. This is the first book in a new series. It is the Devil's Backbone series. This is duet narration multicast. Okay, so that kind of like pushes it over the edge as like, yes, okay. Duet narration is just better than single narrator. It just is. And it's better than dual. And then you throw in multicast and it's like, yes. Okay? Because it's a reverse harem. So you have several guys. So having them all with different voices, yes. And then James Joseph with his accent, yes. Okay? So just yes. Okay, that's my book of the month for audiobooks. Now, as far as regular books, okay, let me hang on, let me look at comments. I don't want to get behind on comments. Vicky's laughing at me because July is empty. Well, yeah, we just started. Okay? Just started. But let's see. What Anne says, isn't it against the rules to have three books of the month? No, it's not. No. Have as many books of the month as you want. You have your top 3 of the month. That's so cool. Jess says that she made it. Woohoo! Oh, diapers. Yeah, no, totally get that. Been there, done that. Feel you. Vicky says, my rereads are crazy. I need to add Dear Reader to my list. Yes. So book 2 is coming out. Hang on. Do I have it here? Book 2 comes out on the 15th. That's Watch Your Back. And I'm hoping that she's going to do the same thing she did with book 1. And the audiobook is coming out the same day as the ebook. Because then I'm going to do that. Okay? I'm just going to do that. Because, like, if I start with the audiobook, I'm going to continue with the audiobook. It is on Kindle Unlimited. So if you don't want to do audiobook, Kindle Unlimited. Okay, so as far as regular books, book of the month for June, I'm going to have to go with Axel. Because, okay, Axel was just, and look, this is my Axel little mini collage here. Okay, Axel was just so good. If you have not started the Kelly Finley world, you're missing out. But if you have not started the Bells and Brat for Beasts series from Kelly, you're missing out. So this is book 2. And so read Nash first, then Axel. And then at the end of Axel, I think there's a link for Serve, which is a reverse age gap novella set in the same world. It's actually in the same timeline as Axel. I'm not going to give anything away about that, but this is a freebie on her website. So you can get it, like sign up for her mailing list and get it. But don't read it before Axel because it'll spoil some things. So timeline wise, like read Axel first, then this. So Nash, then Axel, then this. Okay? So those are going to be my choices for book of the month. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and put those on here. So June, I have not even put my May ones. But let's just, come on. All right, let's throw Axel on here. And I will go back and add my reasoning later. Okay, so that is June. And then for this one, I said I'm going to do Dear Reader. So let's put that there. And size. And I didn't do my May ones. So do y'all want to know May's? Or do you want to see book mail next? Like, what do y'all want to do? May turned out really good. I really liked, May was like good reads. There's like lots of good reads in there. Now, as far as book journal pages, I didn't get any done for June. May, I did. I got this one done and this one done. I have Pinterest boards for most of these. Okay, so Vicky's saying May, book of the month. Okay. Okay. Audiobook, as far as audio, we'll do both, Anne. We'll do both. Audiobook, book of the month for May. Well, I continued my Sookie Stackhouse series binge. If you have not done that, go do it, okay? If you don't know about Sookie Stackhouse, okay, if you ever watched True Blood on HBO, that is the Sookie Stackhouse series. It varies drastically from the TV show, by the way. I really love the TV show, but the book series, really, really love it. So, go. Okay, go. The entire series is in the Plus catalog on Audible, except for this one. I don't know if I bought that or used a credit. I can't remember. But this is a compilation of short stories in the world. And if you need a reading order, let me know. I will give you that. But they're short stories that you fit in between the main books in the series. And then there's like some at the end of the series that you read afterwards. So May was continuing and basically finishing that. So maybe with that in mind, I think I'll go with the last book in the series, Dead Ever After, as my book of the month for May. Because it was the final book. It was like the book series was just so good. Like, go. I encourage you to read the series. Like, so good. The narration, it's a single narrator, but she does a really good job with different voices and like different personalities. Like, she puts personality into the different people, and it's really good. So I'm gonna go with Dead Ever After. As far as regular books, that's a hard one. That is a okay. I think, see, this one was really good, but this one was really good. Okay, I think for May, I'm going to go with The Wishing Game. I'm going to go with The Wishing Game for Book of the Month for May by Veronica Lancet. This was a chunky one, and it is the first book in the new series by the same name, and I need book 2 now, okay? Like, when is that coming? Because I signed up for this as an ARC last year, and then it got, like, we didn't have a date. There was, like, no release date, and I was just like, okay, the concept sounds really good. The cover looks really good. I want to read this, and then it got delayed, and, like, when is it happening? And then we had to kind of, like, re-sign up for it, and it was so good. So good. Like, the first couple chapters, maybe, was, like, you know, like, the world-building stuff where it's a little slower, and you have to have that information to get you started. But then it was just like, so good. Okay, so that is my book of the month for May. So let's go put those on here. So for May, we're going to go with The Wishing Game by Veronica Lancet. Go read that, people. Okay, go read that. We're going to do that as book of the month for May. Some of these books are just slightly smaller. So, okay. And then, what are you doing there, Bob? So rude. Okay. And then, audiobook of the month for May, we are going to go with Dead Ever After, because that was the binge that I was on, and that was the final book in it. And look, I did this And then, look, book of the month. Okay. So we're going to do that for May. So those are my book of the months. I'll go back and I'll add those. Erin says, okay, I don't want to brag or anything, but I did suggest you revisit and try the Sookie Stackhouse series a few months ago. I'm so glad I dived in because it was so good. Erin says, oh, also, I do have a signed copy of Dead Ever After. Really? How exciting. So the book series that I've been reading now, the one that I'm finishing today, I've got like an hour left in it, is the Midnight Texas series. And Erin, I was talking with you about this the other day. So there's only 3 books. Like, if you remember back in, I want to say it was like 2017, 2018, something like that. They did a TV show called Midnight Texas on NBC. And I think it lasted for 2 seasons. I think I only watched like one episode. It was a crazy time or whatever. But the book series only has 3 books. Okay, I started this one, and I was like, okay, it's on the Plus catalog until July 15th. So I was like, I'm gonna read it. So this one, I was caught up in lots of work, so I was a little slow reading this one, and it was a little slow getting into it, mainly because like I had a lot going on, so I was sporadically listening. But it's multiple POVs and it's written in third person. So that is always just a little bit harder for me to get into than if it's first person. Just cause I don't know, it just feels different. But then it was like one of those books that, like, you know how some books you're reading it and it's good. And then you get to those last 100 pages and you're like, holy fuck, what's happening? That is that book, okay? And then I was like, okay, well, I have to know what happens next. So then I did day shift. And so now I'm on night shift, and it's like big stuff is about to happen again. We're in the, like, the last hour of the book, and like more big stuff. But big stuff has been happening this whole book. But I will say, if you love the Sookie Stackhouse world, then you will love the crossover that happens in this series. I don't want to give too much away, but there are people from the Sookie series that make appearances in here. There are connections, and like one of the main characters in this series was a character that appeared in one of the short stories at the end of this. So the last short story at the end of this book, it's like he meets up. It's this guy who like meets up with Sookie, and it's like after the series has ended. And so he then goes to Texas, and like he's one of the main characters in this. And so it makes me like wonder if there's other characters here that go into some of her other series. I don't know. I have to look into that. I will let you know. But although I'm pretty sure that like one of the characters in this series is in the Aurora Tea Garden series. So I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure. Is it the sheriff? Maybe it's the sheriff. I can't remember, but I think it might be the sheriff. I don't know. But there's connections, and that makes me happy. Okay? It makes me very, very happy. And I will not give you spoilers unless you want them. If you want spoilers, message me. I will give you spoilers. But I don't like spoilers myself. But Buttons, where are you going? Don't go, like, where are you going? She just woke up from her poof and is traveling through the house now. Oh, she's up to no good. Okay. All right, so what else we got? Vicky says, OMG, those are all on Libby. I'm so excited to start those. Yes, do it. Do it. Do it, do it. And first person girly, yes. Okay. Where's Buttons going? I swear. She was in her poof, and then she left her poof. And usually when she wakes up from a nap, they have to go outside. So hopefully she's just checking out the house. Every time I let her outside, she goes to the garden, and then I have to like hunt her down because she wants to just go check out the garden. Okay. Book mail. Where are we starting with book mail? Okay. Ugh. All right. So recent book mail is, and maybe I need to like pull this out a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So recent book mail. I got Heartless Game by Joe Brenner. this came in the mail, and I got, it's autographed, which is fun, right? And then, okay, let me go back to where this is. I can't remember if I did oh, that is June. What the fuck am I doing? When did I read this? Was it April? Heartless Games. So this was the ebook, and then this is the paperback. Girl, what you doing? Come back. She's back. She's back. She's looking at me. She's giving me, I don't know what she's giving me. She's just looking. So I got this in the mail, and it is signed, and is lovely, lovely. It's just like your standard. It's like standard edition paperback. But then I got some fun stickers. Let's look at the stickers. Stickers. And then, oh, stickers. Who doesn't love stickers, right? So I guess this means I'll be like redoing my Kindle cover soon. So love this. So I got this in the mail. It came in the other day, and I haven't been able to share it yet. So this is fun to be able to share it. But I love these. They're so cute. Her pink hair. Love it. Okay. Love it. All right. So the other new book mail that I got, it's a bigger package, and it looks so good. Okay. So let me, where's the buttons? Buttons, don't get under my chair. Okay. And I don't know if I ever shared this with you guys, but I got Charring Bones and like a whole package. And I don't know if I ever made a video about this, or even if I shared it with you, but I now have the complete Court series signed, of course. So that's cool. And then, but the newest book mail, I have to make sure my address does not show up here. But the newest package is Axel. Yes, it is. Okay. So let's just go to June. She is like on it, right? Okay. So Axel, let's get a little Axel photo up here. So this is, okay. So this is a big package. Like, there's stuff in here. Okay. So first is the lovely model cover with a cute little flower, a little thing, and then I think there's a bookmark in here too. Yeah, so there's a bookmark, so we can look at that. I haven't even opened this. And then I got some artwork stuff, and like that's loaded up with stickers. And then I got some wax melts. Let me make sure that doesn't show. Okay, so I got some wax melts, and these smell so good. So good. But this, okay, let's look at this. So, we got, let's leave that there. Don't want to ruin the surprise. Okay, so fun character art cards for Nash and Axel. Okay, and look, I really want the luxe edition ones. I don't know, they're just so pretty. And I think she's gonna do a different colored throne. Like, I mean, the throne is the same, but like, you know, the throne accent, like for everyone, so they're gonna like all match each other. So I kind of want these. So I don't know yet, but it's me over here like collecting books here. So now I have Nash and Axel, which is so cool. Let me open this. I don't want to tear the sticker. Oh, okay. Can I pull it this way? Yeah, okay, maybe I just cut it. Maybe I just... Okay, hang on. I don't want to like hurt anything, but I also don't want to just like rip it. Whew, that's a little scary. A little scary with the knife going on. Okay. So, just look how cute. Okay, look. That is just cute. I love that. I love the purple that she's pulling into this. Okay. Ah! Oh! Love that. That's fun. Okay. Ah! I love it. And look, she's got fun chapter starts. I love the fun chapter starts. That just makes me happy when you see those. There's just something about it. It's just different, man. When you get the different chapter starts. Oh, oh, wait. Yes. Yes. Okay, so Axel's chapters have the throne and Ruby's has the flowers. Love it. Love it. Okay. All right, so that's just part of it, y'all. Hang on. That's not even all of it. Okay. I think I can show this on here, but maybe I can't. So we're just gonna use your imagination here, okay? Okay, use your imagination for this spicy part of this, okay? I don't know if I can show that fully. So we're just gonna leave that there. But then look, stickers. Because who doesn't love stickers, right? Okay. Look at this. So Axel, Ruby, Vale, Nash. I wanted this. When I was reading this, I was like, this would make a great sticker. Okay? And then look, here it is. So look, I love this. Okay? Come on. How fun is this? How fun is this? There's just something about book mail that is just yes. Okay? It's just fun. It's fun. And I can't show you guys my stuff back here, but I've got like a whole shelf now behind my desk. Maybe one day I'll do a little tour. I need to clean up the office so it's a little more presentable. But I've got, a whole thing. I feel like I should break out my sign and just kind of, just break out my sign over here while we're at it. Because that just works, right? It's just exciting, okay? And, I forgot my hockey jersey. Wait, come back. Where's my stuff? Where you at? Come back. Get back in there. The hockey jersey. Oh, okay. So, look. And, Jess says Mafia is my thing. I love this in my not Mafia romance era. That's from the book. That's what Vale calls it. Not Mafia. So this just makes me happy. Aaron, oh my gosh, love the vibes of this package. Vicky says, I can't wait to tell you about a project I've started recently. Yes, we have to get together. Okay, well, since we're talking about book stuff, okay, we're trying to revive okay, you're going to make me say something I should not say on here. I'm trying to revive, I have to enunciate, the book club on Patreon. So if you have not gone over to the book club yet and check that out, even on the free level, there's a discussion post up right now about things we can do for the book club and what we can make it be going into the new quarter. So I want to bring back the podcast with Mandy because we haven't done that in a while and it was really fun doing that with her. And I also want to bring on different people from our book club as guest hosts type of thing. So maybe 1 month I'm chatting with Mandy, another month maybe Vicky comes on and does an episode, maybe Aaron comes on, does an episode, stuff like that. So is that a crop? No, it's not a crop, but look, okay, hang on. Just hang on. If you want one, ma'am, I got you covered. But don't ask me why this is in my office. Actually, funny story, the reason why this is in my office is because it was in the living room and one of the kids came over and saw it sitting on the coffee table. And what's this? Let me move that. Thank you very much. So, yeah. So, book club. Y'all go to the book club and tell me what you want in the book club because we're thinking about just different levels, one, taking things down to just the $3 level with just the podcast and basic challenges and whatever. Anne says this book chat got a bit spicy. Yes, it did. So, but then also people are saying that they did like the idea of doing like monthly book journaling kits and doing, like I've got the dark romance one, the hockey one, stuff like that. Vicky, yes, it is in my office. But yeah, so y'all go over to the book club and tell me what you guys want to do, because we even talked about, Delana chimed in and said she loved doing the book of the month thing, and maybe we have like, instead of picking like the original thing we did where we picked a book of the month and like we all read it and then talked about it at the end of the month, maybe we change that up and do book of the month is at the end of the month we just have a hangout where everyone comes together and talks about what their book of the month was, like what their number one read for that month was, or in my case number 2, because I do audiobook and regular book. And if I start reading more physical books, maybe it'll turn into a physical book one. So yeah, so y'all like go over to the book club, and like I'm going to share this video in the book club today so you can also comment it over there, but I want to do more in that. And I'm going to have a challenge coming out in the book club this afternoon. I've got to get the new collection fully listed and out, and then I'm going to be sharing a new challenge in the book club. But yeah, y'all, let's bring back the book club and do more with it and like get it growing. But it can't grow and it can't be something if we're not all like in on it and engaging and participating and whatnot. So it can't just be me over there. That's kind of awkward. I mean, I can give you some stuff like this, but, okay, let's just hide that. So yeah, there you go. Let's see. What, okay, book club list. Yes, go over there and like, don't forget, if you're in the book club, there is a Discord in the book club where we can have like voice chats. You can share photos. You can share like all kinds of stuff. I want to get it more active and like do more with it in the new quarter. And then let's see, Anne says yes, more book kits and perhaps a star rating sticker set 2.0. Okay. Just says hook a girl up for some book mail info. Y'all, you have to get out there and get the ARCs, and then like Kelly's with Nash. Like, where's Nash? Nash is here. I kept the bow on Nash. So with Nash, she was sending these out to like everyone on the team that was participating. But with Axel, the way she did it with this is like basically like you had to compete, like you had to post a good amount of stuff in order to get this. So yeah. But that's how you get it. And then I think with Joe, I did like I was on her team for this book, and I can't remember now if it's like a permanent team. I'm on Kelly's permanent team, so hopefully I can get more of this stuff. But with Joe, she wasn't even going to send these out at first, but she just put in our Discord group that she was sending these out to everyone who said that they would want one. So I read book 1, and I kind of want book 1 in paperback to match it. But then this I got signed, so that's like cool. So I don't know. It's like, it's just a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. I don't know where to put this. I'm just gonna go up there. Let's see. Vicky says yes, book hangout, and what book it is. What? Huh? Jess is laughing at me, of course. Donna says, thinking about sharing a book of the month spread. Yes, do it. And says, I only know how to get ARCs from Goodreads, and I hardly ever get them. Okay, so if you're following me on Instagram, let me, like, the book side of my Instagram, let me pull that up here. This one. Oh, I just open up Instagram, and that's a little bit of a teaser for some artwork there. You'd be shocked at some of the stuff you see on my Instagram. So if you're follow me on my Bookstagram, and if you go to some of these, like this one, for instance, Tracy Lorraine, like, don't just look at the picture because it's lovely and like it, of course, but she's doing like an influencer sign up. So That's how you can get ARCs. Like, go, if you want to get ARCs, go to like the authors that you love or the influencers that you love. And then hopefully I'm one of them. Not that I consider myself an influencer, but you know what I mean? And check out the post, because a lot of times there'll be sign-ups of like how you can get on the list. Like some of them, they require you to have like a designated like social media account for books, and then others it's like they just want to get the word out, so they're not as concerned about that. But then like this one, like I'm on Becca's team. I don't know if so influencer sign up. So like check those out. A lot of my posts have those where you can sign up and get going, and just, so like check those out. And then if you want some, look, y'all know I got you covered for book recommendations. So if you're ever looking for a book series, or I don't do a lot of standalones just because I really love series, but if you're looking for a new book, come to me and be like, okay, here's my parameters. I want a series. I want Mafia. I want Reverse Harem. I want Super Spicy. Whatever. Give me some parameters and I will find you a book. Okay? And maybe I'll even make you a little book graphic to go along with it. I don't know. So, okay, apparently we're done with that. So yeah, okay, what else we got? Aaron says, I hate the new form with Instagram where it doesn't tell you that there's more to the caption or dates without clicking it. Oh, really? It does not? See, look, my Instagram, it just don't match, okay? So, like, if I'm on my book one, like, I'm still stuck in the square grid. Like, what the fuck is that? But if I go over to my planning one, I've got the tall grid. And so, like, my Instagrams are not the same. It's very annoying, okay? It's annoying. And this one, like, you can't see it because I have a white background, but it'll show you, like, counts of, like, views and whatnot. So, I don't know. My other one doesn't do that. This one doesn't do that because they have not switched me over. Like, why have you not switched me? I don't know. It throws off my banner, and I don't appreciate that because I've got a new banner planned for today. See, look, it throws off my banner. It don't look right, okay? It don't look right. Can you see that? It don't look right. But if I go over to this account, and if I look up my book account, okay, I can see it how it's supposed to look, right? It's supposed to look this way. And then my banner, if I go down to my banner, come on, little fella. See, you got tall posts. My banner looks correct. It looks correct. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's like, why have you not switched over to the same thing? Vicky says, I think it's business versus personal. No, because I think both of them are creator accounts. I'm pretty sure this is still a creator account. So I think it's just they just haven't switched it over yet. Like if I go to this one, okay, this is my interior design one. It's switched over to the tall. If I go to my garden one, which is totally not up to date, it's back to squares. Like what the what? By the way, if you want my garden content, go to TikTok, not Instagram. It is not caught up. I did post something just because Mandy was like, you need to post something on your Instagram. TikTok is the place to go for my garden stuff. And it is looking beautiful, by the way. My garden is lovely. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's just annoying. Yeah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Aaron was saying, go to your main feed and look at any caption without clicking on it. Okay, let's go. My main feed. All right, go. Let me go. Oh, how it's just like little. Look, ARC signups. Look, okay, look, Aaron, you're talking about ARCs. This series. Okay, I have this. It's the new book. Hang on. You see the cover. Hang on. I got it. She sent. This doesn't come out till September, and I've already got it. It's so exciting. But I can't read it yet, which is not fair, honestly. Look, I got it. It's so pretty. I'm going to show you the cover. Look at that. Ugh. Okay? Look, so you can sign up for this. She's got the ARCs open right now. And the novella, by the way, go read it first. Oh, let's get that out of the sunlight. The novella is part of the anthology, the Bewitched Blooms anthology. I cried at this novella because I felt for these characters so much. And then this is in the same world. It's continuing in the same world. It's like picking up where that one left off, but with this couple. And like, there's going to be crossover. And then just, okay. Katie Rogan, go check it out. Okay. Okay. Kelly, look. Axel, we were just talking about that. Okay. So are you talking about here where like I have a more button. Do you not have a more button? Yours took more away? Okay, so let's check out another one. Okay. Let's go here. Jimbo. See, I still have a more button. Yours doesn't have a more button? Okay, here's something about Instagram. They are very good about testing out new features in batches of people. So, like, they do not share them everywhere. They don't share them everywhere. So, it's like certain people will get certain updates and then they will roll it out to other people in batches. It's weird. He says, weird, I see the rectangles on my side for your book. So you're seeing the tall one. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like certain people got that update. And so like if I'm logged into this one, to my planning one, and I look up my thing, I get the tall ones because my planning page or my planning profile account, whatever, has been switched over to the tall grids. But if I'm logged in as my book one, then I still see squares. So if I were to go, like if I'm logged into my book one and I go look at my planning one, okay, where are you at? This one. Then I see it as squares and nothing matches. It doesn't match like it's supposed to. It doesn't fit right. It's so weird. Like, why are you doing this? Why? So then look, it doesn't even, do you see that? It doesn't line up because it's squares. Like I'm posting for the tall rectangles, but because I'm logged in under this account, it's showing me as squares. So it doesn't even look right. So like half the people are seeing my content correctly and the other half are not. Like, why? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't like it. So, it doesn't make sense. Oh. Hang on there and let me look. Why are you going to sleep? Oh, no, not that one. This one. This one. This one. Oh. Well, that is weird. Like, you don't get anything? Like, well, that doesn't make sense. Is that like a new feature they're trying to test out? You don't see anything? You don't see the more button? So can you click on the caption and it like shows it, or you just don't see it at all? Because that's weird. Or do you have to click on the photo or go to their page to see it? That's weird. That's so bizarre. Like you don't see a more button at all. Aaron, what are they doing to you? So rude. Instagram, just like go with something and like be there. It makes no sense to me. No sense at all. Okay. What other book stuff do you guys want to see? That was a lot. I just threw a lot at you. Probably more than you could have imagined. What else book stuff would you like to see? Or is that it? Because we are at 11 o'clock now. I'll keep going if you guys want. But please go check out the book club and y'all let me know. Like, I want to do more with the book club. I want it to be like more of a thing, but it just like people stopped sharing the content, and I understand, or people stopped interacting, and I understand it's not going to be like the original vision that I had, because I wanted a safe space where you can come and talk about books like this. Okay, I wanted a safe space for this. You know what I mean? And so that's what I was going for with the book club. And I wanted to be able to like since I don't have an in-person book club that I can go to and talk about this kind of stuff, that's what I wanted. But it's just not working out that way. And I'm fine with changing things and like pulling in more genres and whatnot. And, I love the idea of getting together at the end of the month and doing a Zoom where like everyone talks about what their favorite book of the month was and just like chatting about their book stuff for that month. I love that. I can't do everything that everyone's talking about right now on like the lowest level because that's kind of a lot. But y'all, come on. Like, tell me what you want and I will make it happen. Let's see. Aaron says, nothing and you don't even know if there's even more to see. You can't click on it where it's more. That's crazy. That's crazy. Vicky says, do we have set days to chat? So with the book club, like one thing that I was doing is like Wednesday is what are you reading Wednesday, where people can drop the books that they're reading. Like, like I would say, I'm currently reading A Tone and listening to this. And then, and then everyone can like talk about it, write down those books so you can read them too. But like end of the month, we used to do like when we first started, we would like have a suggestion post for book of the month and then we vote on it. And then everyone would read that book and then come together at the end of the month for a Zoom hangout and chat about the book. It started out really good, but then it kind of went downhill and people weren't showing up or people didn't read the book because they didn't like it, but then they didn't talk about it either. So then it was like we had a couple of book hangouts at the end of the month where it was just me because nobody showed up and nobody said, hey, what if we do it on this day instead? Like, if you want to go to it live and can't make it on this day, but you can on this day and you're the only one that's going to show up, like, tell me. We can move it to a different day. That's the whole point of like asking, does another day work? And then people just weren't commenting. And so it's like people didn't care. So we kind of put it on pause for a little bit. But we've got some new members recently. And so I want to like zhuzh it up and like do some more things. We did have a level with like the podcast we had and the book of the month. And then we had another level that was like monthly book journaling videos. And we talked about changing that level to be like book journaling kits. And if you don't know what I mean by the book journaling kits, let me show you. Just stack up all my stuff here. So book journaling kits. I don't want you to see my password. Okay. So for the book journaling kits, go. Step it. Here. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. No, wait. Bojo kits. So like the dark romance kit. This is how it was. So with the book journaling kits, I've got 2 of them out where you get stickers, a book cover that I made up, so that you get like the vibe of it. And then you get stickers, more stickers, more stickers. And then you get 3 different pre-made layouts of like using those stickers and some placeholder text to create book journaling pages. So this was the dark romance kit. And so it's like just ideas to show you different layouts, different ways that you could share your books and journal about your books. And so, I mean, that was the kit, right? So we talked about like entertaining the idea of doing a level of the book club that had kits. And like, so in that case, the kits would go to the book club first and then like the next month roll out in the regular shop. So, like y'all gotta let me know. And, Vicky, you said something about Discord. The book club has a Discord too, so you can go and hang out over there. And I want to make that more active too, because I've got so many Discords going on for different author groups and teams. But like we do have different ones, like I shared my June page over there, stuff like that. So we have different chats in our Discord, and we've got different ones over here where we can chat about series and authors and genres and all kinds of stuff. And so, like we did blind date with the book was a thing that we did. And we did, book of the month was like I did a mood board type of thing, and then gave you some hints, and then you could guess what the book was, and then I, revealed it. So that was the blind date with a book. And then we did book of the month where we did chats instead of the Zoom hangouts to play around with different ideas. So the book club is really what everyone makes of it. But if you don't interact with it, then it's just me over there by myself, and that's just weird. So yeah. And says, I remember one of the planning meetups, and it was just us, and we ended up talking about books the entire time. Yeah. So even if like the hangout was one person, if one person is going to show up and hang out with me live, you can watch the replay. But if like, for instance, if I say, okay, end of the last Saturday of the month is our end of the month hangout, unless you guys want a different day. And let's say, and I'm going to use you for an example. Let's say you can't make it on Saturday, but you really want to attend live and Friday afternoon is better for you. If you're the only one that tells me, hey, Friday is better, and no one else says anything, then we can move it to Friday type of thing. But you've got to give me that feedback. So like there was a time where, it was on a Saturday maybe, and like people couldn't do Saturday, but no one told me they wanted to be there, but they couldn't do it. They said they couldn't be that day, but they didn't give me another day, so we couldn't reschedule it because I want to just pick a random day. That doesn't do any good. So even if it's just one person and you want to hang out and talk about books and we do an end of the month hangout, let me know. Another day works, We don't have to be like super strict about a schedule, because we will. If you want to hang out live, let me know when you want to hang out and we'll do it. So give me your feedback. That's what makes it work. Just like with the shop, like if you want to see certain things in the shop, I can't read your mind. So if you tell me, it's more likely to show up in the shop. Same thing with the book club. If you want to do a tier where we've got book journaling kits, and maybe it's to lower the price, maybe it's just the stickers and it's not the spreads, we can do that too. But you guys got to tell me what you want, right? Y'all got to tell me so we can like do... Oh, I'm getting stuff everywhere. So like what I really wanted was an in-person book club, but I just can't. Like, okay, the area that I'm in, I can't go and have a book club and talk about this book. That's just not going to happen. It's going to have to be like speakeasy vibes in somebody's basement so people don't find out type of situation, because that's just where I'm at. So that's the original reason I started the book club, is so we could talk about, have a safe space to talk about the spicy stuff. And like, this is another book I could not talk about to people around town, because they would look at me like I was insane. So you know what I mean? Like, but y'all gotta let me know so we can do stuff, because I want it to be something like, it's a community. So you gotta share your input, because I'm not a mind reader. Y'all gotta tell me what you want so I can give it to you, and make it happen. Vicky says kits. Maybe there's a kit per book for that month. So early access. Yeah, early access is kind of what I'm thinking. Well, stop going dark. Katie says, part of my challenge with the book club is having stuff both on Discord and Patreon and going back and forth between the spaces, because I'm not on either one of them that regularly. Yeah, Discord, it can get overwhelming because I've got so many spaces. Like if you look at, that's not that. If you look at my Discord, I've got all these spaces, and I'm trying to use Discord more because I've got, like author spaces and team spaces. But people get crazy over there. People be on there all the time. But the one beauty of doing Discord is like with Patreon, we can have these set posts that you can go back and visit. You've got collections. I can share these links and all this kind of stuff. But you guys can't share like your photos and stuff, like book journaling stuff, like these things, unless it's in a place like the Patreon chats or the Discord chats. So that's one reason why the Discord's just like you can do more. Whereas like the Patreon, you've got your static posts that you can go back and revisit. Whereas Discord connected to it is like where you can have like active chats without having to wait for like weird notifications, because the Patreon app doesn't always notify you, which is kind of weird. But if the chats on Patreon in the app works better for you, then, y'all let me know and we can do it there. One good thing about the Discord connection is we can have a voice channel right here like this, where we can actually talk like this, and just hang out and talk in a voice chat, and we don't get that on the Patreon app, which is thing. And like the community chats on Patreon weren't active in the beginning, so Discord was the only place to do the chats, which is kind of like weird. But now they've got those. I don't know, it's a whole thing. It's weird in the beginning, but it's an ever evolving thing, I think. Vicky says, girl, we could do a book club. Yeah, let's do a book club. We could start a spicy book club cafe. Ooh, I love that. Love that. In my town, we would get run out. My town is not like, and when I say my town, I'm thinking not necessarily my town, because I'm like the outside edges of 3 different towns, and the one where my address is, I don't even go there. So it's the other 2. Yeah, it's just awkward. Katie says, I also think it can be challenging when you have ARC readers who mostly only read ARCs and non-ARC readers. What do you mean by that? Because, it's still books. Like, just because it's an advanced copy doesn't mean like it's not. It goes, like, just, we get the advanced copy of it, but it's still going out like in paperback, and it's still going live. I think we've never done a book of the month book that we were like advanced copies of and you couldn't read it later. Like, that's, when we did book of the month, like one in particular, like me and Mandy read it a month before it went out, and it was like a month after it went out that we did it as book of the month. I don't know, but as far as like ARC specific content, we did talk about that in the podcast. But I feel like we've got like a mixed batch of people, and then we've got some people that do, like I think Lex maybe does 3 ARCs a month now, but she reads more than that. And then I know Anne's doing more ARCs and stuff like that. So it's okay to be a mix. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Anne says, I find Patreon to be a bit annoying when you're trying to find something. It's not user friendly. I don't know what it is about it. It can be. That's one reason why the collections are handy, because then you can like go to the collections and like, here's a collection with all of our book videos. Here's a collection with all the podcast episodes. Here's a collection with all the challenges. So if you go to the collections tab, that's a lot easier to find things, I think. But Patreon can be kind of odd. If we need to do a book club somewhere else, then maybe we do that somewhere else. But you guys got to give me this feedback. Like I said, I'm not a mind reader. Y'all got to tell me these things. Vicky says, I love Discord. I'm just not as active as I'd like to be. Same. Discord can get overwhelming if you get in these huge groups. Like some of these groups that I'm in, there's like 1,000 people in the group, and then they're talking all day, and then you come back and there's like 52 messages, and it's like, what? Yeah, so that can be a little crazy. That's one reason why having the Discord for the chatting is handy, as being separate from like the Patreon where all the posts and like the downloads are. Because that's how I see it, at least, is like the Patreon is where like we have our posts where you can go back and see, here's the challenges, here's the release radar, here's the episodes, stuff like that. And then Discord is where we chat and then shared spreads like this. At least in my mind, that's how I see it. Aaron says, yeah, you are not in a friendly area for that. Yeah, Aaron, it's just not, you can't talk about this stuff at your local coffee shop, right? Which is why I started the book club, so I could have a safe space where like you guys are not going to judge me and we can talk about this because you're reading the same things. But now it's kind of evolved into, if we do a switch to where we do like an end of the month thing where it's like everyone talks about their book of the month, you could be reading mystery, you could be reading fantasy, you could be reading whatever, and we're all still able to like come together and talk about like, this is my book of the month and this is why I loved it. I think that would be really fun. And says, we both live in that Bible Belt, Tori. Ladies would be clutching their pearls. Exactly. Which is why I started the whole thing to begin with. Aaron says, I always have a hard time logging into Discord. No idea why. Interesting. I saw this thing where I was connecting to Discord and like I wasn't logged in on my computer, but I was logged in on my phone. So it was like a barcode. So all I had to do is scan it with my phone and it logged me in. It was super easy. So if there's a barcode, like a QR code, it might be easier to just scan in that way. Vicky says, I do LOL here, and yeah, well, you're in Oklahoma. You run a business on like your non-traditional stuff, so that totally makes sense there. You have 6 to 10 spicy bookshops here. So that is crazy to me. There's nothing like that here. Like that would not go over well here. And that's sad. You know, like if I could start one and not go out of business or be run out of town, I totally would. I would have a spicy book cafe. And maybe we could start something like that. Like if someone wants to help me go in on that, I would not be opposed. I am not afraid of like, I like this and I'm not ashamed. If you don't like it, you don't have to come in the door type of thing. I'd be okay with that, honestly. Aaron says, interesting, I'll try logging in again. Yeah, the barcode thing, the QR code, really helpful. It signed me in easy. Vicky says, yes, totally. Aaron says, you are welcome to come up to New York. Yeah, I think it would be fun. Like, I could totally picture like a cozy cafe where you can come in, you can shop for books, you can sit and read your book, you can hang out. Like, I would have book nights. Have y'all seen the thing where like, I saw it on some TikTok video where there's like a place where you can go and everyone like meets up and like hangs out and chats and then goes off to their own spaces in the cafe and reads their book for a while, and then you just come back and chat. I would love hosting nights like that. That would be fun. Y'all are going to have me out here shopping for spaces in Fairview, and they're going to run me out of town, and I'm not sure I would care. Because I would love to hang out with some people in person to talk about stuff, you know? Jess says, I'm in Virginia and West Virginia and it's conservative. Exactly. Which is why I started the Patreon to begin with, is so that we would have that safe space to chat about stuff, because I want that. I crave that and I can't find it here. So yeah. Donna says, I don't judge. Used to read spicy books back in the day. These days I skim spicy parts of books. I'm boring, I guess. It's okay. You like what you like, and that is fine. That is perfectly fine. Vicky says, I ran a coffee shop for so long, you would have to order the book. So, girl, I could do it. Donna says, silent book club. Yes. Yes. That's so cool. Vicky says, my friend makes book bouquets. I've seen those. That's so fun. And they have a silent book club. Love it. And we have book swaps. One thing I saw recently was like where people had books that like physical books, which I don't read a lot of physical book. I haven't read a physical book in forever because I'm mostly e-reader. But like they started the book and then everybody had like, where's that? Something like this. This came with Nash from Kelly, where like everyone had a different color sticky and a different color highlighter, and like read the book and then put their little stickies and their little highlights and whatever little annotations in that color, and then mailed the book to somebody else or handed it off to somebody else, and then they read it and put their annotations in it and then passed it on to somebody else. So you, in the end, you had like just like a fully, like, I don't know, like cooperative type of book club in the mail type of situation. And I thought that was really fun. like a book swap thing. Aaron says, I read thrillers mostly, but can appreciate all the genres. See, okay, so that's why I was thinking, like, if the book club had a switch of, like, not just the spicy stuff, because not everybody likes that. You know, Donna likes the mysteries, Aaron likes the thrillers. You know, we've got some people that have been in there that talked about fantasy, and I'm doing, you know, more of the fantasy lately. So if we had it where it's like a little more, you know, like broad on the genres, which we started a thing here, genres and tropes for chatting specifically, and we can add more as we go. So you have these different areas in Discord where we can chat about different genres. Like if mafia romance is your thing and you want to talk just about that, there you go. If fantasy is your thing and you just want to talk about that. And then we put in different series and different authors so we can start these different chats that are all broken down. That's one beauty about having the Discord element to the book club, is that you can do that. So I don't know if we do that. I love the idea of like the end of the month, everyone comes together and like chats about like, this was my favorite book of the month and this is why. And then this is my favorite book of the month and this is why. I would love that. Like that would make me so happy. And then you get more, you know, book recommendations. Like we don't already have a TBR that's 1,000 miles long, which is insanity. It just is, but that's okay. I'm fine with it being forever long. But yeah, so book stuff, more book stuff. So head over to the Patreon book club and like comment, even on like the free level, there's like an open discussion post of like, what do you want to do? So I can set up things and get things going, because I've had someone ask before, like, what's the difference between like a free book club and a paid book club? Is, y'all, I gotta live. I gotta make a living, and I gotta take time to do all these things. And then if we have Zooms, you know, unless we want to cut those off to a certain amount of people for a certain amount of time, then I'm paying for that, you know. And you know, if I'm doing the book kits, I'm paying, you know, I gotta make those. I gotta take time to do those. If I'm doing the challenges, like that takes time. If I'm doing kits, if I'm doing all these things, it takes time away from like other money making things. So even just like the small amount to get us going. And then the podcast episodes, like those are like fully linked with every single book and topic we talk about is fully linked in the episode notes. So, I mean, that takes time, you know, and it's got to be edited and, you know, all of those things. So it's just kind of like an understanding that I'm putting in all this effort and it's not for nothing. Which is why I put a pause on it for a while, because there wasn't much going on. And if no one was there, then there wasn't this need to do all these things. But if, you know, if y'all are wanting to be more involved and we're getting more people, and then, you know, all these things. So y'all just let me know what you want to do. It's like, yes, this is a passion and I love this, but also I can't sit around and read and pay the electric bill, you know? So it's like, it's a lot of work. It's, you know, recording an episode of the podcast, editing it, finding all the links, making all the notes. If we talked for 2 hours and you guys get a 45-minute episode, it still may take me 3 hours to edit everything and link everything and post it and all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, it takes time. It takes effort, and it takes time away from doing other things. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm like all about the money, but I got bills. I got to keep the lights on. Granted, I don't have a mortgage, but, you know, I gotta buy groceries. I gotta pay the electric bill, the gas bill, the house insurance, the Zoom bill, all these things. So, yeah. So those are just, you know, that's all these things. So, yeah. I don't know why this makes me emotional, but anyways, okay. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap it up? Because we're almost to the 1.5 hour mark, because it's just fun to talk about books. Okay? And Vicky, you remember the day when we were doing Zoom before I paid for it, and it was like cutting us off every single time we were talking. Yeah. So, okay. All right. That is it. I've got to do, you know, work stuff. I've got to get the new collection out to you guys, and then I was going to say we could be on Discord, but I really want to finish my audiobook, and I can play that while I work. So maybe later we can get on Discord and like chat about that. So, okay. Let's see. What else? Y'all are like chatting. Hang on. Aaron says like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Book. Yes. You got to monetize. We all get that. Thank you. Vicky says lots of work. Aaron says my lights got turned off a few weeks ago. Don't recommend it. 0 out of 10. No, that's never fun. Never fun, especially in a heat wave. Goodness. Vicky, you're cracking me up. I need a mafia daddy. Aaron says they're back on. Good. Okay. So if that is all, we can wrap things up here with this little book event. So this video, the replay will be on the YouTube channel, on the blog, and I will also post it in book club since it is book related. Yeah. Okay. That's all I got. I will see you guys next time. Discord link. Okay, so the regular Calypso Creative Planning Discord is, I will post the link to that one. The book club link is in the Patreon book club. So that's where the link is there. It's connected to the Patreon. So you can find it there. When you sign up for the book club and Patreon, it automatically, you get the Discord link. And yeah. Okay. That's all I got, right? That's all I got. And I think the Patreon link should be in the description of the video, but I will double check and make sure it's there. Yeah. And one thing we can do, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but like the Discord like comes with the book club Discord. This one comes with the Patreon book club membership. But I could change it to where like that's on the paid level, even like the $3 level is you get the access to the Discord to chat, even on the smallest level. I could set up a free area in there. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if I can do that or not. I would have to check. But I know even on like the basic level, the $3 level where we've got the challenges and the Discord, like all of that's in there. But if you can't find it, let me know and I will make sure there's links in there somewhere. But yeah, I want us to be more active over here, because this is where we can chat. This is where we can do like the voice channel where like literally we could come together on a Friday night and just turn that on and like just sit around and talk about our books, which is cool. And even when I'm not around, the Discord community is there in our Patreon book club, so you can still be on there and like chatting, even in like the the voice chat area, which is cool. So, okay. All right. That's all I got. I will see you guys next time. This was fun. It was fun talking about the book stuff. It was fun. And hopefully I can get I know I said I'm going, but hopefully I can get my overview pages for June finished, because my ones for January looks beautiful. February looks beautiful. March looks beautiful. April looks beautiful, but I don't have May or June. I mean, June just ended yesterday, so that's fine. But I need to do May and June, and I will share those because that's going to be cool. But this afternoon, I will be posting like the challenge, the June reading challenge in the book club on Patreon. So stick around for that. That is happening this afternoon. I will get that out this afternoon, this evening, something like that. It's going out today. And I'll probably be doing a separate one for journaling too. So just stay tuned. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Ta-ta and toodaloo.